Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Man, and today I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in season number 1 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon League, and this is our draft analysis. Before we begin though, I do want to apologize about the fact that this was due to be uploaded at some point last week or the week before that. I can't remember exactly, but I want to apologize that this is about a week and a half late. And the reason for that is because I am sick. I'm a lot better now, but I am still a little bit sick, so I do apologize for that. In case I, cough or anything like that, I do apologize. Just cut me a little bit of slack. I'm almost recovered. I should be good by next week, but give me a little time here. And I'm deciding to record this now because I don't want to stay any further than 2 weeks behind, because 2 weeks behind is 7 videos, and that is enough. So I'm going to start rambling about my issues now, and we're going to go ahead and do what we're here to do, which is the Pokemon Sun and Moon League Season 1 Draft Analysis. Now, this draft was a draft that I was not entirely ready for, in a sense that I didn't have any sort of game plan or anything like that. I kind of just picked up Mons as my turns came up, and I was busy as we were drafting, so I was just kind of like, we'll take what I get. But I noticed that my draft is really setup sweepy, and I don't know that that's ideally my playstyle, but we'll see. I might use this season to learn how to do setup sweeping. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and jump on to Pokemon Showdown, where my draft is. So the first thing I drafted was my Ditto, who I will be calling Shadow Clone this season. These Pokemon will be set to level 50, of course, because this is a Wi-Fi league. Will be set to level 50. So, excuse me. I picked up Shadow Clone the Ditto first because the way I see it is, in case somebody sets up in front of me, like SD Mega Scizor or whatever have you, if somebody sets up in front of me, then I have Ditto to counter setup sweeping. And that's really all it is Ditto is setup sweep. Of course, it's not going to be run Limber because Limber is not good. I'm going to run Imposter every time I run it. But, excuse me, that is basically Shadow Clone. Ditto is fun to use. Ditto's firstly fun to use, and then also I have the ability to stop setup sweepers, which is really nice. But yeah, that's really basically all it is to Ditto. The next thing we have is Dugtrio, which I should have nicknamed, but I'm going to nickname it right now. Our nickname for this thing is, we have Dougie, Dougie the Dugtrio, 415 male, of course. And here's the basic reason why I picked up Dugtrio. It has access to Arena Trap, which is really nice. So I guarantee a kill. Its bulkiness isn't all that, but if you look at its attack at base 100 and its speed at base 120, that thing is a threat in its own self. Why is its attack 5v0? I wonder. Anyway, but yeah, Dugtrio is a threat in itself because of that. It also has a large, nice pool of moves. It has access to things like Ancient Power, which I would never run at special, but Body Slam is nice, Double Edge is nice, Earthquake is nice, Facade is nice, Final Gambit is memesy, Power if I need to be memey, Night Flash is nice coverage, Pursuit Trapping is really nice, especially if I'm Choice Banded. Return is nice, Rock Slide is nice, Shadow Claw is nice coverage, Sludge Bomb is a special wave coverage, Stealth Rocks are nice, Sludge Wave is also special coverage, but I would never run special, so that's the thing. Sub, I don't really see myself using. Stone Edge is a really powerful move. Sucker Punch is nice priority, especially if I'm choice banded. Toxic is just coverage. And then Try Attack, I don't really know if I'd ever use, but in general, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Sucker Punch, Protect, Suit. The only thing this is missing, unfortunately, is Knockoff, which is really sad, because if it got Knockoff, that'd make this thing a lot better. But as it is right now, this is a good choice Scarfer, this is a good choice Banded Pokemon, this is a reliable Rock Setter, this is a Pokemon that can sweep. I don't think it gets Swords Dance. Let me see. Does it get Swords Dance? No, it does not. Okay. I wish it got Swords Dance. That would be more fun. But in general, with what it has in its arsenal as well as its stats, it is really, really nice. I mean, the Choice Band makes his attack power 110 base. So that in its own self is fantastic. He's a good choice Scarfer. He can sweep if I play him correctly. He's a good Focus Sash Stealth Rock support. Choice Banded, Choice Scarfed, Life Orb even. All very, very, very good options for this. And that's why I like it. Because of its stats, it makes it a very offensively versatile Pokemon in the item I can run on it. The next thing we have is our mythic Pokemon, Victinizer, Victini, level 50 of course. I do want to run it shiny if that is doable, but I don't know if that's doable. It probably is in Sun and Moon. And Victini is our base 100 Pokemon. It has base 100s everywhere. It is one of the 100 base pixies like Celebi and Shaman and all of them. So this is a base 100. It's very, very reliable. The base 100s make it very, very reliable. It has a fantastic move pool on either side, which I'll showcase here in a minute. It has a fantastic move pool either way around, allowing me to run Expert Belt, allowing me to run Life Orb, allowing me to run Assault Vest if I really wanted to, allowing me to run Mixed Attacker, Choice Banded, Choice Scarf, Mixed Attacker, Choice Specs, really would be annoying, but Mixed Attacker in general, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, Choice Band, Life Orb, Expert Belt, Assault Vest if I really want to run that, defensively offensive, Victini. Victini just has a lot of different options for it. And then let's look at his moves. We have Blue Flare, which is nice, special, base 130 attack. We then have Bolt Strike as well. Break is nice coverage. Dazzling Gleam is nice coverage. Double Edge is a move I would never run. Energy Ball is nice coverage. Final Gambit if I want to be annoying. Fire Blast, Fire Punch, Flame Charge, Bulky Victini also is a possibility. Flamethrower, especially offensive. Flare Blitz, Focus Blast, Fusion Bolt and Bolt Strike, Fusion Flare, and Blue Flare. So I have both of those signature moves there. Grass Knot coverage, which is nice. Grass Knot's coverage is nice. Power Up Punch, Psychic, Side Shot, Quick Attack priority. I really wanted to run it. Shadow Ball for coverage, Signal Beam for coverage, Sub, free attacks even if I wanted to run that. Thunder Taunt, Thunderbolt, Thunder Punch, Thunder Wave. All of these are utilities. You can run a Trick Treat Scarfer, and Recreate is the favorite move. U-Turn is momentum, then Headbutt is coverage, and Will-O-Wisp is support. So, just looking at Victini's move pool in its own self, that thing has so much to offer. I had to have it. That's it. It's so versatile. I need to have it. But yeah. Next thing we have is Beat Down the Kyurem Black. Our Z Captain holding the Icenium Z. It's holding Icenium Z. It has Terravolt, of course. And here's the basic reason why I picked up Kieran Black. Base 125 HP, base 170 attack, base 100 defense, base 120 special attack, base 90 defense, special defense, and base 95 speed. Speed, not the best. However, the remaining stats that this Pokemon possesses, besides its special defense, of course, make up for how decently slow it is. It's decent as far as speed is concerned, but just in general, Kieran Black is a sweeper. Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Zed Captain, Zed Hail, if I really wanted to run that. Zed Hail and then 3 coverage moves. Choice Scarf, Choice Banded, Life Orb, Expert Belt. Just destroy my life, will you? Ancient Power for especially offensive. Again, this is another one of those Pokemon I can run mixed with a physical focus or mixed with a special focus. Here is its move pool. We have Ancient Power, which is a nice techie move to get 10% chance boosts. Blizzard, which is dangerous. Draco Meteor, which is basically desecrates somebody. Dragon Claw on the physical side. Dragon Pulse is nice. Dragon Tail is phasing negative priority. Earth Power is coverage. Flash Cannon is coverage. Focus Blast is coverage. Fusion Bolt, again, desecrates somebody's life. Hidden Power is for coverage. Hyper Voice for coverage. Not really. Ice Beam coverage. Iron Head coverage, especially against fairies. Outrage, desecrates somebody's life. Psychic coverage. Rock Slide coverage. Shadow Ball coverage. Roots for recovery. Shadow Claw for coverage. Signal Beam for coverage. Stone Edge for coverage. Sun Headbutt for coverage. And note it has more physically offensive moves, but that's because it's physically offensive more so. But it still has a respectable special offensive core to its move pool. So I like that for that reason. I see a lot of things happening for Kieran if I can learn how to play this team. So, excuse me. The next thing we have is our Trojan Broom, the Minior, making a return for the Texan Clearbodies after we performed so well with it in the STL last season. Trojan Broom, the Minior, of course, which is White Earth, Shell Smash, Shields down, bulky attacker, max HP, max attack generally, if not a little bit more going to it, but it's got some awesome tech, but more so it's known for its 4-move syndrome, which is acrobatics, which is a nice coverage move, especially at +2. Shell Smash, which is better than Swords Dance, but I do have access to Swords Dance. I've got Rock Slide, I've got Earthquake, I've got Stone Edge, I've got, let's see what else, I've got Ancient Power if I want to be special for some reason, which I can do. I'll really move in a minute. Calm Mind if I wanted to, 1000 Blink for coverage, Explosion to be cheeky at +2, Frustration or Return depending on how I'm playing it, Power Jump for special, Screen Support if I wanted to be, Psychic for coverage, Rest, Return like I said, Rock Poly Sweeper, Rock Slide like I said before, Stealth Smash is the ultimate move, Stealth Rock Utility, U-Turn, Toxic, and then Stone Edge, which I've already covered. I don't see myself ever running Toxic unless it's a bulky screen Minior, which I don't know if I'd ever run. But the reason why I say I can run Minior as a physical or special Pokemon is because if I look at its attack and special attack, they're both 100 each. However, if we look at its move pool, it's more so a physical Pokemon, barring potentially a hidden power move. So, I don't know. I just like Minior for what it did for me last season. I like it in general, so I'm going to pick it up and use it. The next thing we have is Shiny Serena, named Nikki, of course, because who wouldn't name it Nikki or Thick or something. Base 120 attack is respectable, but otherwise, it's not really all that. Maybe its defense at base 98 is fine. Special defense at base 98 is fine. But another thing that makes it really, really nice is its ability Queenly Majesty, which counteracts priority, which is another lovely thing to hold on to. But big reason I picked up Nikki is because if you look at my team, you see Victini, Kieran Black, and Minior so far, all weak to Stealth Rocks. I have to keep Stealth Rocks off my side. And Serena happens to get Rapid Spin. It also gets Aromatherapy, which makes this thing my supposed cleric for this season. I get Ancient Power. Do I? No, I don't. I get Acrobatics, which is really interesting. I get Dazzling Gleam for coverage. I get Energy Ball for stab, a special attacker. Grass Knot coverage and Power coverage. I Jump Kick, which is lovely. I get Drop Kick, which also decreases my opponent's attack stat every time. I get Screens. I get Rapid Spin, like I said. I get Play Rough coverage, which is really nice. I get... what else? I get Rest, I get Return, I get Synthesis for recovery, I get U-Turn, and I get Drop Kick somewhere up here as well. Most people, it doesn't have Drop Kick on the recommendations because High Jump Kick is better, but in my opinion, Drop Kick is a lot better. If I can scroll down and find it. Drop Kick right here. Drop Kick, base 70 attack, 100 accuracy, always decreases the attack stat by 1. And that's another one of those things that I love about Serena, is that it can be screens, decrease my opponent's attack stat, and get rid of my rocks on my side. So that's really, really nice. That way I don't have to run defog and get rid of the rocks I put up as well. But that's not all. That's the first half of our draft. Now we go on to the second half of our draft. Pokemon Sun and Moon League Draft Team 2. Next up we have Happy Feet, our Empoleon. I picked this thing up as Stealth Rocks, physically defensive, and another option for hazard removal. Unfortunately, he only gets Defog, not Rapid Spin. But again, I get Stealth Rocks, I get Ice Beam, I get coverage, I get a bulky Pokemon, more so a bulky on the special side, which is really, really nice. But I could probably make it mixed defensive by taking advantage of the base 88, which isn't all too bad. So I don't know. But yeah, I get things like Stealth Rocks, Ice Beam, Scald, Waterfall, Aqua Jet, Swords Dance, Defiant, physically offensive Empoleon if I really wanted to do that. Base 86 allows me to kind of do that. Not preferably, but kind of. What else? Against a special attack of 111, I really want to run it specially. So, you know, Scald, Ice Beam, Stealth Rocks, Defog, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that I need to look at. Aqua Jet, like I said, Agility Sweeper if I wanted to do that, Avalanche for take it and take a hit, shoot a hit back, Drill Peck physically offensive, Quick Break physical coverage, Earthquake for some reason, physical coverage, Flash Cannon specially stab move, special coverage stab move, Hydro Pump if I don't want to run Ice Beam, another knockoff user which is really, really nice, get Rock Slide for coverage, I get Shadow Claw for coverage, Scald like I said, Signal Beam for coverage, Rocks, Surf, which I probably should run, and then Toxic or Swords Dance. So there isn't much to Empoleon, but it provides a lot. Between especially offensive Pokemon, Life Orb, Bulky, Stealth Rocker, Defogger, and then just stall utility. So I don't know. I like Empoleon for that reason. And another thing is I've never used Empoleon before, so I wanted to try, see how it goes. The next thing we have is Thalia, the Sceptile, level 50 shiny of course. Named after my best friend because she likes Sceptile because that was the Pokemon that she started off with. when she first played Emerald. But not the move pool as much as its stats are why I picked up Sceptile. His attack stat's not all that, his defense stat is not all that, but when you look at his special attack and his speed, you know why I picked it up, especially with its hidden ability Unburden. His hidden ability Unburden. Speed is doubled once I lose an item, and my item will always be White Herb off onto Leaf Storm, which decreases my special attack. The White Herb will reset that, and then I am twice as fast, so I'm sitting at base 240, so I'm outspeeding the opposing entire team. And I'll probably have a move set to sweep with in here. Leaf Storm, and then 3 moves to sweep. I could also run sub 3 attacks. Sub 3 attack Citrus without Leaf Storm, which I don't know why, but I don't know. The next thing we have, I skipped Taijutsu Fighter for a second, but the next thing we have is Brofist, the Ambipom. And I like Ambipom because I can run it Life Orb, I can run it Expert Belt, I can run it Normal Gem Fake Out, I get U-Turn Momentum, I get Knockoff Utility, I get a lot of physical coverage moves like Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Low Kick, Return, Frustration, and a whole bunch of other physically offensive moves, and I really like that, especially since I'm running Technician all the time. I can also run like Skill Link Bullet Seed if I wanted to for heat coverage, so there's a lot of different options there. Base 100 attack is respectable, base 115 speed, really nice, really enjoyable. I liked it, so you know, just what it can do allows me to want to bring it, and I'm thinking I should start bringing Ambipom to a lot of my matches. So I don't know. The next thing we have is Brian, the Granbull, and here's a basic only reason I ran Granbull is because I have more. So I have more. One physical, one special, but with Granbull I can run both physical and specially defensive together. I get Intimidate, which is really nice, and then a base 120 attack stat you have nothing to complain about. A base 120 special attack stat I have nothing to complain about. So I can run Intimidate, I can run Toxic or Quick Feet, or you know, I could do that too, which would increase my speed stat, which is really nice. And then the coverage move in general, I get Body Slam, I get Brick Break, I can be bulk up like fat in general. DC is covered, Close Combat. Crunch is covered, Dazzling Gleam is a fairy type stab move, which is a special move, which I would never run. Earthquake for coverage, Double Edge for coverage, Fire Blast for coverage, which is really nice. Fire Punch, Fire Fang, Flamethrower, Focus Blast, Heal Bell Utility, which is really nice. Ice Fang, Ice Punch, Low Kick for coverage, Outrage for Dragon type coverage, Play Rough for Fairy type physical coverage, which is really nice. Return and Frustration, Rock Slide, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, which is really another coverage move for fairies. Sludge Bomb is coverage for fairies. Taunt, Thunder, Thunderbolt, Thunder Punch, Thunder Wave, Wild Charge. All really nice moves. I really enjoy them, and I hope that Granbull puts in a lot of work for us. But it provides a lot of different possibilities, as far as coverage is concerned at least. So I like that, and I picked up Granbull for that reason. And the biggest reason I picked it up is because of Intimidate. But yeah. The next thing we have is our Taijutsu Fighter, our flying fighting type Hawlucha, another Pokemon I've never used before, but I have seen it used many a time. Sub Swords Dance, SD Baton Pass, Unburdened Sweeper with Citrus Berry. Use sub like twice, and then sub twice or 3 times, and then in that substitute turns, Swords Dance, pop your Unburden with your Citrus Berry, and then sweep, essentially. Acrobatics allows me to do that. I've got High Jump Kick, Drain Punch, which after a certain point in time, Drain Punch just wins. Fire Punch for coverage. Restoration is really, really nice. High Jump Kick, like I said. Low Kick if I wanted to. Poison Jab for coverage against fairies. Rock Slide for coverage. Sky Attack if I really want to be special. Stone Edge for coverage. Superpower for coverage. SD, like I said. Thunder Punch for coverage. Exorcism for coverage. Then Headbutt for coverage. And U-Turn for momentum. Really, really nice possibilities. Base 92 attack is not all that bad. Especially with Unburden in play. As well as Swords Dance. 78 HP. 78 HP is respectable. Not all that. The defenses aren't all bad either. But then a base 118 attack speed makes it really, really nice as far as a Pokemon to bring. And hopefully Hawlucha puts in a lot of work for us. I want to use Hawlucha. I've never used Hawlucha. But if you notice my team's going so far, I have, 5 Pokemon weak to Stealth Rocks? So that's why I picked up Serena earlier on, like I mentioned. But yeah. The next thing on, and the last thing on our draft this season is Mega Pinsir. Now, snip the Mega Pinsir. I shouldn't need to say anything. I should not need to say anything for Mega Pinsir. Base 155 attack stat. You have nothing you need to say. 155 attack stat, 120 defense stat, and 105 in speed. 105 speed isn't all that, but looking at its base 155 attack stat, it's worth it. Especially with Aerolite Quick Attack, Aerolite Frustration, Aerolite Return, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Stone Edge for coverage. I've got Swords Dance sweeping possibilities. I don't need to say much. I really don't need to say much. Mega Pinsir is a sweeper. That's all. I've never used Mega Pinsir. I've always wanted to use Mega Pinsir. And so I finally decided to use Mega Pinsir. But yeah, that is our draft this season in the Pokemon Sun and Moon League. Let me know what you guys think down below. Of course, I know that my team is extremely weak to rocks. I'm aware of that. Besides that, let me know what else you guys think. And let me know what else you guys think I should change on this team if I were to make free agency transactions. What shall I change? Because we are allowed to make 3 free agency transactions throughout the season. But with that being said, I would like to apologize again for my my illness. I hope it didn't impede the video all too much. Please don't hate me. I will be better next week. I do apologize. But yeah, I will see you guys again in week number 1 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon League, which, breaking the 4th wall, has already happened. I am a week behind. So, I have that. I just haven't recorded it yet. But I'll see you guys again in week 1 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon League. Until then, though, this is your coach for the Texan Clearbodies. My name is Metagrossman, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.